Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know who I am, my name is Shook. I make videos for NBA. I also do a bunch of other stuff in my Discord. Sorry I was gone today. I had my colonoscopy today, so I haven't been around. My stomach is just killing me. All these videos get posted on the subreddit right here. DF Sports, where is it? Right here. Um, you can find my post. My username is Shook. I make updates with news that comes out. You can talk strategy there, etc. Stuff like that. Really great place to be. And then if you ever need to get a hold of me privately, you can do so on Twitter at Tori Langley 1992. So, hope you guys enjoyed that Atlanta series. We had someone ship the big tournament in Discord for like $14,000. Just absolutely wild. Congrats, you know who you are. But yeah, Discord link will be down below where I have in-depth content going over each slate, player pools for cash and GPPs, cores for cash and GPPs, a whole bunch of other shit and stuff like that. So that'll be down below. I also cover the XFL if you want football. Might be doing the USFL. I'll also have Summer League in the summer, so that it's just going to be non-stop, absolute action. So yeah, let's go over this 2-game slate. Hope you guys had a good night. I was really hoping Atlanta would win tonight, but unfortunately, they do not. So this is going to be the best in game environment. Just give me a sec, guys. If I do this, it's because my stomach is just fucking twirling. All right. So this is clearly going to be the best game environment on the slate. These games just been absolutely shooting out. 116, 123, 125, 126, etc. The pace of these games is just absolutely insane. So you're going to definitely want some exposure to this game. If I had to guess, this is going to be the more popular game on the slate, for good reason too. So let's go over the Sacramento side. So I think Sabonis is like fine for tournaments. I much prefer De'Aaron Fox. Steve Kerr's done a nice job coaching against Domantas Sabonis with Kevon Looney, Draymond Green, stuff like that. Usage rate's been down. His potential assists been down. A lot of stuff's just been down with how they're defending Domantas Sabonis. So only a tournament play for me. You could definitely get there in cash games. I just prefer De'Aaron Fox. I think Sabonis is just a fine play. I absolutely love De'Aaron Fox at 8.7K. It's must-win game here. He's probably going to play close to 44 minutes. His rates have been absolutely insane. Damn near getting you a triple-double almost every night. The pace of this game is just going to be great. I think De'Aaron Fox right now looks like one of the best plays in the slate, in my opinion. I really like De'Aaron Fox. Now the wings. So it's just impossible. I think, Malik Monk at the top at 5.5K has the most ceiling between the three. I think normally we get over 25 minutes from him. I actually like him at 5.5K. Price came down. I'm not sure why. I think if he's going to continue to play around 30 minutes, he should be like a 6K player. So I think Malik Monk, assuming he continues to get these minutes, is a very solid play. Harrison Barnes at 5K is just like a pretty safe play to me. He's not going to get benched. He's probably going to play low 30s minutes. He's probably going to score you like over 20 fantasy points, maybe a little bit less, which is fine at 5K. Is the ceiling there? Sometimes when he's hitting his shots, but more often than not, he's not going to kill you. He's not going to hurt you. So just a fine play. Solid to me. Kevin Huerter here is the tricky one. So normally at the beginning of the series, when we thought he was going to play over 30 minutes, he would have been an absolute smash at this play. But now it seems like they're going back to Malik Monk. It seems like they're going back to Keegan Murray. So it's really tough for me to know what to do with Kevin Huerter here. So I think he's just a good tournament play for me because I don't think anyone's going to play him at 4.6K. If people are going to look at the game logs, see he got benched, which I would not be shocked if he gets benched again tomorrow. So just a tournament only play. I think a good tournament play for like large field tournaments at low ownership, because if he does get this like 30-minute game where he's playing very well, he can absolutely break the slate at this price tag. So good tournament play for me. Keegan Murray, once again, I would not be shocked if they bench him. I would not be shocked if he plays 35 minutes again. I really would not be shocked. Right now, it's crazy to say it, but I think Malik Monk his minutes are the safest of these two out of Keegan and Kevin Huerter. It's absolutely wild to say. So Keegan Murray, I mean, if I knew he was going to get 30 minutes again, I would like him quite a bit for value, but I just don't know. So just be a little bit careful there. I feel like he's going to be pretty popular tomorrow. And you guys know, whenever there's volatility with value, I always like to fade. So just be a little bit careful there. But I do think he's okay for value if you think he does get those minutes. Davion Mitchell, I think, gets over 20 minutes. They need him out there guarding Steph. I think he's reasonable. Not like a standout, but like fine as the last man in for salary relief. And then I don't think I'll be going to anyone else on Sacramento. Let's go over the Warriors. So the Warriors mid-range guys are just underpriced here once again. I think Steph's and a fine fine tournament play. He's probably one of my least favorite spend-ups on the slate. I'd much rather play Fox for cheaper. I'd much rather play John Morant. So yeah, unfortunately, Steph's going to rank lower than those guys for me, but that's fine. Completely fine play. I don't know what ownership's going to be like, so I don't know if we'll be low owned or high owned, but I just think Fox for cheaper has a higher ceiling point per dollar than Steph does, and I think John Morant right now, well, not a higher ceiling, but like a safer floor with that ceiling. Steph obviously has like 70 fantasy point upside, so I always like him for tournaments. It's always, for me, going to come down to his ownership. I always like playing Steph when he's low owned, just because, like I said, he has one of the highest ceilings on this slate. And if he's low owned, I'm always good taking a shot there. Now, when he's popular, that's always the time when I like to fade stuff, because the floor is much lower than the other spend ups. So, going to depend on ownership for me with Steph Curry. And then I like all these Warriors mid range options once again: Wiggins, Clay, Draymond, Kevon Looney, Jordan Poole. All 1, 2, 3, 4. All 5 look very good to me. Wiggins, I think we get close to 40 minutes from him. He's a good defender, can get those blocks, steals, good rebounder, decent scorer. So yeah, I think Wiggins looks very good in a really fast-paced game environment. Game 6 Clay, we all know what he's going to do tomorrow in Game 6. If you believe in narratives, fire up Klay Thompson. I expect huge minutes for him. Got into foul trouble in this game, that's why I only played 32 minutes. But normally, he's probably going to play close to 40. He's going to shoot the lights out of the ball, probably shoot it 20-plus times. Does have a lower floor than the rest of these guys, but a higher ceiling. So I always like Game 6 Clay if you're into those narratives. But 6.7 is just too cheap. So really like Wiggins. Really like Clay. Draymond Green is probably my least favorite of the bunch if he comes off the bench again. He's playing a lot without Steph Curry, and I know he's played very, very well off the bench in this series, but I don't think it's going to continue. He's also shot the ball 10 and 14 times over the past 24 shots. I know he didn't shoot the ball well here. I don't know if that's going to sustain. Maybe it will, coming off the bench, playing a lot without Steph, but I have no idea. I just know that his production is a lot better with Steph on the court. He's playing a decent amount with Steph off the court. So I still think Draymond's in play. He probably plays, if he comes off the bench, around 30 minutes. I'm fine with it. I have a feeling he's going to be a bit over-owned for his role off the bench. And then, like I said, I think, with him playing not as much with Steph, that definitely does hurt him. Kevon Looney is another very, very solid play. Just that they really, really trust him right now. He's probably going to play low 30s minutes. Phenomenal job rebounding the ball the last 3 games. They just cannot stop him on the glass. I don't think we can continue to expect almost double-digit assists, but, with his rebounding, he's going to stuff the stat sheet. 5.9K is still a reasonable price. With the pace of this game and the shot attempts in this game, there's going to be plenty of opportunities for him. I think he's a very solid play once again. Jordan Poole, assuming he starts, I think is solid too. Now, would I rather play Malik Monk or Jordan Poole? It's close. I think I lean Monk, but it's very, very close. They're both kind of pretty much the same to me. Here's what you do. They're probably going to project very, very similar. Whichever one is coming in at less ownership, I'll just lean that way. Like, if Poole's going to be 2x the ownership of Malik Monk, I'd rather just play Malik Monk. Or if Malik Monk's going to be 2x the ownership of Poole, I'd rather just play Jordan Poole. So you get the picture there. The value. So Gary Payton, Steve Kerr did say he was going to play him a bit more in this game after he had Gary Payton's illness. He only played, I think it was was he a DNP? 1, 2, 3, 4, or something. I don't know. He only played 7 here, and then Steve Kerr said he was going to play a little bit more here. He got up to 16. I would think he now gets back up into that around 20-minute range. He's had a couple days rest from his illness. So, with that being said, I'm going to assume he's probably going to get up into that like 19 to 20-minute range, and then Dante might lose a little bit. If that's the case, I think Gary Payton's a solid value. And then Dante, I think plays low teens minutes, a fine dart, but I much prefer Gary Payton there. Let's move on to Memphis. So, like I said, Fox, John Morant, probably my 2 favorite spend-ups on the slate. Point per dollar, not straight up, but point per dollar. The hand's not bothering him. This game, I think, blew out, and he got hurt early, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but he definitely did lose minutes. He's going to play 42-plus minutes here, be the clear go-to guy. Him, Desmond Bane, they're just going to chuck the ball while they're out there. He's going to stuff the stat sheet. Another fast-paced game, very good spot. Guards against the Lakers. I think Ja looks great. Jaren Bane, I think, looked like solid plays too. I think Bane looks like a really good play at 7-4. I'm not sure why the price keeps coming down on him. I really don't know why. And it's a shame because he was really low on this slate. I have a feeling he's going to be very popular tomorrow. But I mean, for good reason. He's a very, very, very good play, especially at this price point. Just going to play massive, massive minutes. I mean, his rebounding's been really good of late as well. He's the clear number 2 on this team in this series. So, yeah, Bane looks like a very good play. When I played Ja and Bane together, I think you can. Now that the price point came down, I don't think it's ideal, but I think you can definitely get away with it. Especially since it's a 2-game slate. Jaren Jackson Jr., if he stays out of foul trouble, has an insane ceiling, so I'm always interested in him for tournaments. I think he's a solid play too at 7-7. So, like the 3 main guys, I like the 4 main guys here actually. I think Tillman is a pretty good play at 5-6 too. They're relying on him an absolute boatload here. I think he plays 35-plus minutes. Definitely had a really, really bad game here. Missed some wide open layups. Don't think that'll happen again. They need to rely on him very much so defensively. So as long as he stays out of foul trouble, he's going to play big, big minutes. So I think Tillman does look like a very good play here once again. And then Dylan Brooks, unfortunately, you have to have short-term memory in DFS. Maybe he will shoot 3 of 15 again. Maybe. But yes, he's a solid value play. If he's going to be popular, just fade. I have a feeling he'll come in under-owned from last game, but yes, a good value play that if he stays out of foul trouble, he'll play big minutes, which is hard to come by at sub 5K here on playoff slates. And then Luke Kennard. So something very, very interesting here. David Roddy was out of the rotation last game. So if Luke Kennard plays, I'm kind of interested in Luke Kennard as a dart at 3.8K. Got injured, doubtful to return. Played 18 minutes. Actually, I kind of want to look at the rotation. Let's take a look at the rotation. When did he get hurt? Okay, I got hurt in the 4th. But Roddy being a DMP is definitely interesting. Only played 1 minute. So I would think Luke Kennard probably would have gotten an extra few minutes. So like if we're going to get, 18 to 20 minutes of a 3.8K Luke Kennard, I think that is very, very interesting to me for tournaments. And I wouldn't go to anyone else. On to the Lakers. So, if you have the money for AD and LeBron, you guys know what I'm going to say here. They're good plays. For me, I just prefer spending down for guys like John Morant, De'Aaron Fox. These guys are going more mid-range. There's not a lot of value on the slate. And if I had to choose one, it's going to be the same thing that I said about Jordan Poole and Malik Monk. All right, they're basically the same. They're basically averaging the same fantasy points on the season. So what does that mean? That means that projection sites are going to have them very, very, very similar. So what do? Tournaments, you go with the lower owned guy. Cash games, just play the higher owned guy. So for me, it's good. I usually always prefer Anthony Davis, and I feel like they're gonna come like, I don't know, what does center look like? I have a feeling Kevon Looney's gonna be popular. I have a feeling Xavier Tillman's gonna be popular. So I have a feeling that LeBron's going to come in higher owned just because the position eligibility might be a bit harder to get to Anthony Davis with those two mid-range centers on the slate. So I'm always just going to prefer Anthony Davis to LeBron because I want ceiling. Anthony Davis definitely has the higher ceiling to LeBron. LeBron has the higher floor, but I think both look good if you have the money to spend them. I'm here more looking to these guards. I think Austin Reeves and D'Lo here once again look like very good plays to me. I always just prefer Austin Reeves. It's a minutes thing. He's stuffing the stat sheet as well. He's rebounding the ball very well. They're trusting him in his role. He's gonna play 40 minutes, so give me Reeves over D'Lo all day long. But D'Lo looks good. Reeves look good. Very very solid plays at their respective prices. I'm not gonna play Rui at 4.9, but he'll play 20 25 minutes. Fine, now the price came down. Vanderbilt will play 20 minutes, but his usage is just terrible alongside 80, so it's hard for me to go there, but fine for large field tournaments. And then Dennis Schroeder probably plays, oh my God, 20 minutes or so, and then could get extended if D'Lo's playing bad. So an okay value play at that price point. So I hope this video helped you guys out, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.